You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
What time it is. That's right. Perfect. We had a crazy weekend of wrestling. We got wrestlers going crazy. We got cussing all over the internet. But today we talk about WWE Worlds Collide and Clash at the Castle. Me and Isaac will be going live later with the review of AEW All Out. Man, sucks that I got a day job. I'd have had this up way earlier. But let us not waste any time. Let's check out my socials. Follow me, RJD at RJ699 on Twitter, RJD_199 on Instagram, RJD199 on Snapchat. But most importantly, follow What's the Wrestling on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. Follow What the Wrestling on Spotify and Anchor. Man, Worlds Collide did not disappoint. Well, let me change that. Hold up.
Nope.
Ricochet and the A champion did not disappoint. And Clash at the Castle was an exceptional show with an ending that had me like, what am I watching? Let's talk about it. Let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. You guys already know I got the cat in here with me. You can't see him, but trust me, he's here. And he's looking at me like, don't talk about me like that. So, without that being said, listen, we got a lot to get over. We will be getting into it with the media scrum with Punk and the Elite and the fight and all of that. Check me out. I'm going live tonight, 8 to 8:15. Me and Isaac will be going live. We're going to talk about the media scrum. We're going to talk about AEW. We're going to talk about all of that. But first, we got to talk about Worlds Collide and Clash at the Castle. We're going to start with Clash at the Castle. I'm not going to lie to you. This was a thumbs up show. And it's funny because WWE and AEW are so different. They are so vastly different. And it's okay. I realize I like it all. It's all awesome to me. But watching All Out last night and then watching Clash at the Castle, it really let me know how much different styles these two shows are. But I really liked Clash at the Castle. They did their thing. I watched half of this in a car and half of it in my house. Special time, 4 o'clock. They are overseas, or they were overseas, so it is what it is. We got Monday Night Raw tonight. I will be missing some of that because I'm going to go live being Isaac, so look forward to it. A lot of people thought Bray Wyatt was going to be spotted and come in. We know Braun Strowman is already coming in. He's probably going to be on Monday Night Raw tonight, but there was no Bray Wyatt. I don't think we had any surprises on this show, so it was pretty good. So we started off with Matt Cat Moss Let's get into it. We started off with Madcap Moss and the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Alpha Academy. Madcap Moss and the Street Profits get the win here. As always, Montez Ford looks good. Dawkins is in hella good shape. Not going to remember nothing about this match, but it was a good start. Then we opened the show with Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss versus Damage Control. Chaos Control, for those of my Sonic 2 players. Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. This was a good opener. Not as good as the second match that we would see, which might have been match of the weekend, had it not been for All Out. But this one, and Ricochet and Mr. Carmelo Hayes. But this was a good match. The one glaring thing I remember about this match, and the one glaring thing that stood out to me, is that Damage Control looked like a team. And Damage Control looked like a team. Asuka and Io Sky, those two fighting each other, just hands down, that's a win. Because those two will probably kill it. And Bianca Belair took the pin, which is going to set up Bayley versus Bianca Belair, which was what was going to happen anyway before Bayley got hurt. So I am looking forward to this. I do think that this was a good start. We had we had the kick to the face, we had the moonsault, and then we had Bayley's finisher. So Bianca Belair got hit with 3 finishers, and she was TKO after that. Thanks for coming. Sayonara. Good night.
Get the fuck out of here!
Then we had the Intercontinental Championship. Walter, a.k.a. Gunther, versus Sheamus. All I got to say is these two brothers beat the ever-living piss out of each other. That is the only way to describe this match. First things first.
Surprise, motherfucker.
We had Ludwig Kaiser introducing Vinny Vici, reforming Imperium. That right there, because Imperium should have never been broken up in the first place. Under Vince McMahon, he saw something in Walter and Kaiser, left Fabian Eichner down there. He is a fantastic wrestler, Fabian Eichner. He is very, very underrated. Extremely, extremely good in the ring. He's a workhorse worker. And Vince McMahon didn't see anything with a potential tag team that could be their tag team champions. Why? Because they're not 6'3", 240 pounds?
Nope.
The hell out of here with that garbage. Go get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Triple H reunites all of these guys, and I cannot wait to see what Imperium does, because with Walter at the helm, those two guys brutalizing the rest of the tag team division is great. And now you're starting to see the tag team division fill up on both brands, and that's what I like, because it's fresh matchups, fresh faces. I love it. If you like it, I love it. So he introduced Imperium, then Walter came out, and Sheamus came out with Rich Holland and Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne, Mr. Scrappy Doo. Let me add him. Mr. Scrappy Doo came and started it all off. Like Dean Ambrose versus the Wyatt family. My man was like, you know what, man? We ain't doing none of this. Started it off. Pete Dunne started off the whooping. All 4 of those guys brought to the back while Sheamus and Walter just stared at each other like, you just see bouncing all around them. And they're just staring at each other. And then comes the Smack Fest. A plus for this match.
How dare you?
Smack each other like that. Oh my goodness. If you want to go see a banger after banger after banger, like Sheamus said, go watch Walter and Ivan Dragunov, NXT. The first one with no fans. The first one. The second one was good too, but the first one with no fans, just... That's all you heard in the whole match. Hitting themselves really, really hard in safe places. But to say that this match was the best match on the show is an understatement. The end came where Sheamus hit White Noise. He had another near fall with the Celtic Cross, the Razor's Edge. But Walter ended up hitting him with 2 very bad looking power bombs. He kicked out of them, but ultimately after the last kick out, he just said he hit him with the, and then just literally just clotheslined the holy hell out of him. Clothesline from hell. I remember he beat, I think it was Tyler Bate. He beat Tyler Bate the same way. This, I mean, let's just give them a standing ovation because this, this was the match on this card I was most looking forward to. Bump the main event, bump everything else. This is what I wanted to see because Sheamus, during the pandemic, was the MVP. Sheamus, you want him to be a bad guy, have good matches, he could do it. Want him to be a good guy, have good matches, he can do it. He's been with the company damn near 20 years. Got to be going on 15, 20 years at this point. And like he said, banger after banger after banger. He's right. This match was fan-freaking-tastic. Loved every minute of it. Walter gets the win, and that brother ain't losing this title for a long time. So get used to Walter. Man, they brutalized each other. It was awesome. Next, we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler. I'm not going to lie to you.
Surprise, motherfucker.
This match surprised me. It didn't get a lot of time, but I surely did not think Liv Morgan was going to win this match. Liv Morgan wins this match. She got put in a cure through the clutch and an armbar. Morgan got to the ropes. Shortly after Morgan transitioned, she got the better of Miss Shayna Baszler, and then Shayna, I think she hit her with a knee, and then she fell into the ropes. She hit her with Oblivion and got the 1, 2, 3. Like I said,
Surprise, motherfucker.
had no idea she was going to win this match. I swore she was losing so they could set up something with Ronda and Shayna Baszler. That's fine. Liv Morgan probably needs to win more. Shayna Baszler will be okay. For all those Shayna Baszler fans, tranquilo. She's going to be okay. But I'm not going to lie, Liv needed to win more. I'm glad they gave her the win, and I'm glad I was wrong about this. This was a solid match, and it was better than I thought it was going to be. Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Edge and Rey Mysterio get the win here, but it wasn't about the win. It was all about the aftermath. Dominic, I believe, hit Damian Priest, his leg, which enabled Edge to, I think, spear him, and then Rey came off the top or something like that. But because of Dominic, Edge ended up getting the win for the team. So they're celebrating with each other, and then Dominic is just sitting there like, hi, guys. Like, we won because of me. Hi. And then he's like, you know what? He had this look on his face, and I was like, ooh, like that Shaq meme. I was like, ooh, it's coming. And then next thing you know, they bring, not yet. They say, come on in, come on over here, son. Come on over here. Celebrate with us. After about 30 seconds of leaving them in the dust. And then
Surprise, motherfucker.
he kicks Edge in the nuts. And then, history repeating itself, as I put on Twitter, he grabs his father's hand. He's like, yo, well, why you do that? Why you do that? And he clotheslined the holy hell out of Rey Mysterio. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Emotional damage.
The crowd booed the holy hell out of Dominic for this. When he hit Rey, when he hit Edge, it was like, then he clotheslined Rey Mysterio, and it was like,
Shots fired. Shots fired.
crowd was ready to go crazy on Dominic. Man, that's what 60,000 people booing looks like. Craziness. But they went in on Dom. Dom ended up with, Dom showed more personality in the end of this match in a minute and a half than he has in his entire existence in WWE. The personality he showed was simply amazing. Good for Dom. Hopefully we get a lot of good matches and stories out of this, because this was very good. Seth freaking Rollins versus Matt Riddle. They added some realism to it. Seth Rollins gets the better of him. Matt Riddle couldn't control himself. Tries to hit Seth Rollins over the back of the head with a goddamn chair. Stupid.
Stupid.
Once he gets back in the ring, he gets hit with the stomp.
Stupid.
And then Seth Rollins basically says,
Get the fuck out of here!
with the super stomp from the second rope, and he gets the win over Riddle. Ariel Helwani did an interview with Seth Rollins detailing his irritation with Matt Riddle and how he really he respects him obviously in the ring, but he doesn't like him. Had no care of working with him, but now he said he's a professional. Matt Riddle's a professional. They're going to do what they need to do, and that's fine. But because of Riddle's recklessness in this match, he lost, which means we will be seeing this match again, probably with a no disqualification stipulation at the next pay-per-view, which is Extreme Rules, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be coming up. Fine with me. Then we had the main event of the evening, the undisputed WWE Universal World Championship on the line. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre had broken dreams. He had the superstar entrance. He had everything he wanted in the entrance, and they gave him all of that because he was going to lose.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
How dare you?
The brother lost in Cardiff. The crowd wanted nothing more than to see this brother win this match. But it was not to be, because Solo freaking
Surprise, motherfucker.
Sikoa. So McIntyre has the match won after a back and forth grueling match. The referee takes a bump. Mr. Austin Theory comes down, A-Town down, comes down to cash in. But instead of getting a cash in, he gets a right hand from Tyson Fury, who basically was just like, this ain't going down like that. And he drug punched him. After that, they got a ref in because the Claymore was hit. No, it was a spear that was hit, but he kicked out. So he tried to come down. He kicked out. They brawled. Both very tired. McIntyre hit a Claymore. Roman hit a spear. But what happened was when he hit the Claymore, the ref was dragged out of the ring by Solo Sikoa. When he went to confront him, he gave Drew a neck breaker on the ring rope, which led to a spear, which led to Drew losing. And Roman Reigns retains. And still, I need to get that soundbite. And he still is your WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
Hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
So this was really, really good. It was not as good as that Walter match, but to each his own. To me, I love the Walter versus Sheamus match. Wouldn't be mad if they ran it back and Sheamus got the win later on, not now. But it was good stuff all around. And they're doing their thing, and that's a good thing. So I cannot complain. Cannot complain. Now, let's run through Worlds Collide real quick. We had Mr. Carmelo Hayes. He comes down with Mr. Trick Trick. What the hell is going on? Mr. Carmelo Hayes came down with Mr. Trick Trick. And Trick got involved with this, but let's talk about Worlds Collide in the sense of it was a good show. Solid show. It was decent. But the best thing, the show peaked with Ricochet and Carmelo Hayes. And it all went down from there. Because there's only so many things you can do with guys in the ring. But when you got a guy like Ricochet, a guy like Carmelo Hayes, who can do so many things because they're so athletic. The bumps that they were taking, just everything that they were doing, it just looked crazy. And I mean that in the best possible way. It's like when the time when they jumped and they both tried to do cross bodies, they had the same thought. It was like, what am I watching here? It's like I'm watching this and I'm just like,
Halfway.
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
I did not have the answers. This match was phenomenal. Ricochet was protected. He lost via roll-up, so I can't be mad at it too bad. But after he lost, they hung up his jersey to show all the retired jerseys of all the people that he's beat for the North American Championship that is no longer there. So that's good. Can't be mad at it. I think Ricochet's jersey was added. So it was nice touch, but I really like this match. The sheer athleticism is like, what are they doing with Ricochet? Nothing. We had a fatal four-way elimination match to unify the NXT UK and NXT World Tag Team Championships. The winner of this match was pretty deadly. So Roger Strong was laid out and bloodied in a parking lot early in the day. And they was trying to figure out who did it, but they went out there and the Creed brothers were doing their thing. But there was a late match referee bump by Brooks. Jensen and Gallus brawled back into the area. So it's like they brawled after all of the people were gone, all the tag teams. They brawled out and then brawled back in. It was like, what the hell is going on here? So they brawled out, they brawled back in, but at the end, ultimately, Pretty Deadly got the win. Then we had the triple threat match to unify the NXT UK and NXT Women's Championship match. We had Mandy Rose with Davenport and Sotomura. This was very good. Not the best thing on the show, but it was very good. I am shocked Mandy Rose got the win, but it doesn't look like Mandy Rose or Toxic Attraction is going anywhere for a while, and that's okay. Leave them in NXT. Let them get more built up. Let them get more credibility. Then push them to the main roster. Fine with me. NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match. It was Kate and Connor and Katana Chance versus Doudrop and Nikki ASH. Chance and Carter win. Fine by me. Nothing crazy about this, but it was a match. Then we had the NXT and NXT UK Championship Unification match. Braun Breaker versus Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate is fantastic. Braun Breaker held up his own as his part of the bargain as all. Late in the match, it appeared that Bate was about to become the first NXT UK to win tonight, but he kicked out of the military press slam and he hit him with a hard right hand and he went into the ropes, and at the end he got a spear for his troubles from Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker got another win. So it's like, how do I put this? Man, cut myself or something. I'm bleeding. It's all good. It's like, I like Braun Breaker. I actually think Braun Breaker is pretty good, all things considering, but I don't know if, well, he's obviously not going up, so he's not going nowhere yet, but it's like, I want to say something's missing, but I could be wrong. And I like Braun Breaker. I just think the Joey Gacy feud really didn't do him no favors, but I think he'll bounce back from that and get the crowd back. This NXT crowd was hot. I love the NXT crowd. Those types of fans are really, really into some different type stuff. They just go crazy for everything. I love it. But main event was alright, but very, very good show. Very good show. So 2 good WWE shows back to back. I'm shocked. Legitimately. So we will see what happens. Like I said, me and Isaac going live tonight on What The Wrestling. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok as always. Me, I'm out of here. Be safe. Stay dry. Beat the rain. See y'all tonight at 8 o'clock. I am out. Peace.
Oh, yeah! Dom the Monko.